Hi, welcome to Beauty and the Feast, where we don't judge a food by its cover. My name is Mariya, and I am joined by Emily, who comes from a family of wonderful chefs and is brave enough to try unique foods with me. Hi, Emily. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so let's just jump right into it. Today we went to the Hyppo Gourmet Ice Pops. Originally it's located in St. Augustine, but we got ours from St. Armand's Circle in Sarasota. I would describe the setup as just like a small little corner store.
It was really eye-catching.
Yeah.
Vibrant.
The walls were painted.
Little popsicles on it, and it's very it was a very simple layout.
Yeah, there was just like the freezers,
the
cases and the coolers, just like you would go to any other place that has ice cream for sale, and you just pick out and be able to look at all the gourmet pops there. And there was a woman who was working. She was really helpful. She was able to tell us which ones tasted good with chocolate, and she just seemed really knowledgeable about it. It was just a good experience, but it was hard to choose because there's so many. There's like,
I would say that there were at least 30 different flavors in the cases, and it was really difficult to narrow it down.
Yeah. Out of all the 30-something ice cream, popsicle flavors that were available, we decided to choose 3. We got the Avocado Cream, the Pistachio Rosewater, and a Sweet Potato Crunch. That one I'm really nervous for. I don't know how it's... I don't know.
I'm really interested in the Pistachio Rosewater.
I feel like I won't be able to taste the Rosewater in the Pistachio Rosewater.
And a part of me feels like it's going to be vice versa. Because looking at it, it's not as green as a pistachio would be, if that makes sense.
Right. The Avocado Cream is a lot more
dark.
Greener. Yeah, it's a lot more dark than the Pistachio Rosewater. Pistachio Rosewater is like kind of like an ivory, I would say, but has a tint of green.
Yeah.
Right? And then the Sweet Potato Crunch has this like...
It's an orangey...
Yeah, like orangey brown.
Tan. It's like a sweet potato.
It looks exactly like a sweet potato, yeah. So we have those 3. We're going to start with the Avocado Cream and go to the Pistachio Rosewater and the Sweet Potato Crunch. The idea for the gourmet pops was actually thought of by a woman who was sitting next to the now founder, Stephen Demare, on a flight. He was sharing an idea for a coffee shop to her and suggested that what his coffee shop really needed were ice pops, and she specified paletas, which is Spanish for ice pops, which contain really interesting and unique ingredients, which is what we have right in front of us today. All right, we're going to start with the Avocado Cream.
It almost looks like a kiwi. Because
It looks fruity. I don't know how, because avocado for me is kind of like, I put it in my salads. It's like guac chips,
you wouldn't think of it.
I feel like it needs salt on it, and I don't know how I feel about salt on an ice pop.
Remember when we were leaving, she said that this is the one that would pair really well dipped in chocolate.
Which I find really strange.
As weird and strange as it sounds.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
How does it smell?
Like an avocado.
Oh my god, this thing smells like an avocado on a stick.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Literally just smells like they put an avocado.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Okay, you take the first bite.
All right.
Your facial expression. You don't look like you like it. You don't look like you like it.
It's really interesting.
Oh.
The flavor develops.
Oh. 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 Mm-mm. Oh my god. Oh. Mm-mm.
It's really avocado-y at the end.
She said it was going to be sweet.
It is sweet though, but
it's like it's exactly how you would think an avocado on a stick tastes like.
Yeah,
except it's frozen. Oh, I don't know if I like that.
You can't even taste the... Well, I guess the cream was what would make it sweet.
Yeah.
But it's just... I don't like the aftertaste. So the taste basically, the way that I would, it progresses. It starts off like it's not there, and then you kind of get a hint of the avocado, and then it's like the more you chew on your piece, basically, in the way that as soon as it disintegrates, it's like an avocado.
At one point where it kind of gets a little bit more mushier, it almost has the same texture as an avocado, and it just feels like you're eating an avocado dipped in like
but it's
milk.
Like there's an oil. Yeah, exactly.
It's like you take a bowl of cereal, you dump the cereal, you keep the milk, and add avocado instead, and it just does. It makes no.
No. Okay.
I cannot take more than one bite of that.
No. That to me was...
What would you think would make it taste better?
Chocolate, maybe.
I
mean, the concept of dipping it in chocolate, I feel like might take away some of the strength of
the avocado because it's sweeter. But I feel like with the avocado and the chocolate that I would either really, really love it or really, really hate it.
Yes.
And I don't know if there's any way to make this flavor a little bit
bearable,
more mild, because it is really strong.
It's overpowering.
It's like a whole avocado that you took a bite out of.
Wouldn't order it again if you wanted. I personally wouldn't. Nope. I wouldn't be able to enjoy the full one. And that's the sad part about it.
Right. Well, so pilates, which is the Spanish word for ice pops, actually means little shovels, which I think is kind of cute. But they look like little shovels. Mm-hmm. They're adorable. They're like flat on both sides, and they have a rounded top, and they have the popsicle sticks. So it just looks like a little shovel. And according to Foodle, it is actually really unclear where piletas come from. According to legend, however, the servants of the Aztec emperors used to fetch ice near a volcano in Mexico and then mix it with fresh fruit. It almost sounds really refreshing to just have fruit and like
ice.
Ice fruit. But this has like a milky cream based.
Well, it's because it's an ice cream.
Yeah, it's like it's not just it's not like shaved ice, like flavored ice. It is more like ice cream that's just frozen with different unique flavors. A more possible explanation for the discovery is that in the early 1800s, Mexico had gained independence from Spain, so the taxes on ice had fallen, and people could actually afford ice. So it's possible that people started experimenting and adding fresh fruit, and it was a great snack and a great way to beat the heat, especially in Mexico in the summer. I mean, I would love to have this.
I can see how refreshing
Not
they
the
are.
avocado cream, but
with how like the difference in fruits and the culture that like for the culture that they have and everything, they have a little bit more. It's unique, and so that's probably where they came up with some of the pairings.
Yeah, definitely, and I'm glad that they did. I really hope the pistachio Rosewater is better than the avocado cream, because I'm really nervous about the sweet potato crunch now, because I feel like we're literally just gonna bite into a potato. But sweet potato tastes better with cream, I feel like, than maybe avocado does.
I think I just wasn't expecting it to be so flavorful.
Right.
I think that's a really good way to describe it, because there was a lot of flavor, and some ice creams just don't.
It was too strong.
Yeah.
It was just too strong. All right, so we're about to open the pistachio Rosewater, and as we said before, it's really light in color. It's not as green as you usually see pistachio flavored items, right, or foods. It has, you can see at the bottom, there's like some kind of graininess. So I think we might actually like be able to taste the nut.
I think there might be chunks of it in it.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it looks like, at least. I'm really excited to smell this one. This one is like, that's not at all how I expected it to smell. It smells more like water, like rose water, than it does pistachio. It's hard to smell.
I'm almost getting like a citrusy hint to it. Actually, kind of refreshing.
It is really refreshing. I'm just surprised that the smell isn't stronger. All right, here we go. This one's kind of good.
Oh, see, there is chunks of pistachios on it.
Oh, yeah, you can taste the pistachio, but you can definitely taste the rosewater, which I was not expecting whatsoever. I mean, like, what is rosewater? Anyway. It's really refreshing. It tastes like something they should offer you in, like, a spa. It's like, you know, like, here, have a glass of wine and some pistachio ice pop. You don't like it. Oh, what's that face?
It's interesting. The rose to the pistachio is just a very interesting mix.
Yeah.
The way that it kind of blends together.
I think it does blend, though. Mm-hmm. I think it does blend. I mean, my first bite, I was like, oh, I don't know. But the more I try it, it's just nice. It's just like something that you could have by like a pool on a hot summer day. It's just exactly what you would expect an ice pop to deliver.
It has that nutty aftertaste, which is what's pleasant in my mouth, because that's what I was hoping to have, is that pistachio taste.
Yeah, but then it lingers, and it's like then you taste the rose water is when it lingers, and then when it turns into the water, basically when it melts in your mouth.
Yeah, absolutely.
So interesting. I love it. I can't believe people can think of this kind of stuff. I would never be able to think of this. But you taste the nuts, so the texture it's smooth and creamy, and then you have like little tiny grinded up pistachios in it. I mean, you can barely taste it, but you come across it, or you can barely feel the nut, but you come across it, and it's refreshing. I love it. So the way that paletas were introduced to the U.S. was through a family-run business in the 1940s called La Mexicana. They had flavors including coffee, pine nut, prune, guava, tamarind, grape with cucumber, and chili powder. They had a lot of unique flavors, a lot like what we saw in the store. And business began to grow to the U.S., and that's how it was originally introduced here. So the Hyppo Ice Pops are not the first ones to do this. There are several establishments around that make these kind of ice pops. But they all have an origin. So now we're going to go into the sweet potato crunch. I feel like I need to cleanse my palate before this. This one is like...
I'm really curious what the crunch is.
Yeah. Do you think it's a nut or... like something sweet? Oh.
What does it smell like?
It smells like Christmas.
What?
Or like fall. It smells like cinnamon. Like, it smells like sweet potato, but it also smells a little bit like earthy, like a cinnamon ground, nutmeg, something.
It smells like at Thanksgiving. They make the sweet potato like a sweet potato mash with the marshmallows on top and everything. Yes. That is exactly what this smells like. Yes. Fresh out of the oven.
Yeah. I don't know now. Now I feel like it needs to be like warm and... Do you think the temperature affects the flavors of these?
Like the way that an individual eats it? Yeah,
I mean, like, we don't really eat like cold avocados. We just... You know what I mean? But that was a cold avocado.
It's different, yeah. Well, you would never...
Do you think it affects the way we taste it?
The way that it's... Kind of.
It might.
I think it does, because it also just depends on what it's paired with.
Right.
Like, because that's paired with a cream, we don't normally have an avocado with a cream.
Right.
So with the different temperature, I think it kind of does taste...
Brings it up a notch.
Yeah. Absolutely. It kind of shifts the change of what you normally have.
All right. Are you ready to bite into this?
Go ahead. Uh-oh.
It's really grainy. It's grainy.
From the crunch, or like a grainy, like a
something's
powder?
in it. Something's in it. It's grainy. It tastes like maybe a Starbucks fall special latte of some sort. I know, like, sweet potato is a thing now. Like, people are incorporating sweet potato a lot more into their holiday recipes. more than they used to.
It tastes like Christmas.
It does.
Literally.
But it's so grainy. Don't you taste it like on your tongue like the...
I kind of don't mind it.
I don't mind it either, but I don't know if I like it. I have to say I'm in between with this one.
I kind of like it.
Like, I don't know if I could eat a whole ice pop.
I feel like it's not too sweet. Out of all of the ones that we've had.
That's true. That's true. This one is more savory. It's very like, I don't know. It's nice. It makes you kind of feel like warm, even though it's cold, if that makes sense. And it melts really quickly.
It just, I guess it's like your initial thought. Like my initial thought when I first tasted that, it can take me back to the memory of sitting at a Thanksgiving or a Christmas dinner.
Yeah. And
eating that. And it's interesting to kind of, that's where my mind goes.
Right. I don't know, like, the more and more I bite into it, I think the less and less I feel like I couldn't finish a whole one of these. Like, I'm looking at it and my brain registers ice pop. But at the same time, my taste buds, it's just
it doesn't mix.
It doesn't, but it doesn't taste bad. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Oh my God. I gotta stop with that. All right, so do you think you would go back and try more?
Yes. Yes.
Is there anyone that you would like, that you saw that you...
I feel like I wouldn't be as daring, if that makes sense. I wouldn't necessarily... I'm really curious to try, like, the coconut flavors that are mixed with something.
The usual, yeah.
But they had... One of them was a chocolate. And I feel like chocolate pairs well with a lot. Like, a lot of unique and different things. And they come up with... Just like this. The pairings that they pair, like, a chocolate one to isn't one that you would see.
And chocolate can be, like, paired with sweet and spicy and, like, all these different kinds of flavors. So I think chocolate is a good base and a good way to go.
Like, they have a chocolate coconut curry cashew.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, interesting.
So is that something that you would...
I don't know about that one. They had ones that had basil in it. And I feel like basil in a pop would be really... That would be refreshing. That would.
I like refreshing, like herb. Like I would try probably the pineapple cilantro.
Yeah,
that was there.
They had a peach, like what was it? Was it the peach Bellini, or they had a?
They had a Riesling pear.
Yeah, they had one that had a sangria flavored.
They had bourbon. It was like bourbon orange or something like that. It was like a bourbon fruit. That I don't know, I feel like they have so many different things, and some of them probably just taste like regular popsicles.
They have a blackberry goat cheese.
Or like, I don't know.
A beet orange mango. Just interesting.
Yeah. Now, if you were to create a flavor of ice pop from any two ingredients, what would it be?
My mind instantly goes to, like, a sweet and salty combination.
Yeah. But that's because that's what we like.
But, like... It's hard. Like, it's really
hard.
Because I'm trying to think of something clever. I'm trying to think of something creative, and it's just not...
I would, like, want to experiment with, like, a lot of different herbs. Like, I'd want, like, an oregano. Like, oregano is not something you find in dessert. I feel like but, like, maybe you compare it with something else, like mint or... I don't know, because there's some herbs that are good for dessert.
I'd almost want to try something with, like, a hibiscus. Like, a flower or something like that.
That would be nice. Or, like, lavender and I think those are sage, and I think those are really nice. That's what I want in my summer popsicle. It's just something that, like, I taste and I just feel so, like,
well, when you think of gourmet and unique, you think of flavors like that. You think of herbs and spices and fruits and everything like that, not like your traditional chocolate, vanilla, strawberry.
Right.
Something different. And I think that they definitely caught the concept well. And the benefit is that they're constantly changing out their flavors.
Right, and I'm not actually sure how often they change them up. Probably, I would say every few weeks or every week at least, because even on their website, if you go and look at their flavors, they have a list of all the flavors that they've ever created, but because they change so often, they don't actually, list whatever is on the in the freezers that day. Overall, I had a really good experience. I would definitely go back. I don't know if I'd get any of these flavors again. What was your favorite?
I'm eating the sweet potato crunch. I'm finishing it. Christmas.
You like the sweet potato crunch? I like the pistachio rosewater.
I would say that if I was to rank them, I honestly think that the sweet potato crunch and the pistachio rosewater are both two that are very
close,
enjoyable, and very. Those are ones that I could maybe possibly get again.
Yeah.
But, if someone was to buy it for me, sure, I'd eat it without a problem. But...
No, I definitely agree. I enjoyed both of them, but I don't know if I would spend money on them again.
The most ice cream, the most traditional one for me would be the pistachio rosewater. Yeah. I think that that's the most traditional ice cream pop that they had, I guess. Out of the ones that we chose that would categorize under it. I don't know. I think they're all really good.
Right. I had a great experience overall with them. Well, this is all that we have for you this week. Thank you for joining us, Emily.
Thank you so much for having me. I had a blast.
Make sure to tune in next time for more history, more food, and more fun with Beauty and the Feast.